I wasn't going to address this because I'm not trying to let nobody trick me off the streets. But I never folded, never told, never will. Death before dishonor, always with me.
Imagine being promised $120 million, a career comeback, and a life-changing film deal, only to have it all vanish into thin air. That's exactly what happened to Big Meech. And if you think that's bad, wait until 50 Cent starts roasting him. Things got so wild, fans are even talking about a potential boxing showdown between the two. Buckle up, because this story is pure chaos. Big Meech, from streets to stardom, and back again. Let's rewind a bit. Demetrius Big Meech Flenory isn't just any name in hip-hop culture. He's a legend with a story that reads like a Hollywood movie. Back in the late 80s and 90s, he co-founded the Black Mafia family, BMF, which wasn't just a crew, it was a movement. Big Meech and his brother Terry, Southwest T, Flenory, ran a network that stretched across the US, blending music, money, and influence like no one else. The streets knew his name. The music world knew his influence. BMF wasn't just about the grind. It was about style, luxury, and showing that they were untouchable.
I want young entrepreneurs to understand when you somebody and you get 10 grand, you can make it to 100. You get 100 grand, you can make it to $1 million. You get 100 million, you could hit $1 billion, homie. You just gotta keep being great at what you're doing.
But, as you probably guessed, all empires eventually crumble. By 2005, the DEA had finally caught up. Big Meech and his brother were sentenced to 30 years in prison. The news shook the hip-hop world, but the legend never died. In fact, his life story became bigger than the streets themselves when Stars decided to produce BMF, a series giving fans an inside look at his rise and fall. And guess who produced it? Yep, 50 Cent. So even behind bars, Big Meech stayed relevant. The streets still respected him, and the entertainment world still wanted a piece of him. But as we'll see, fame and respect don't always protect you from scams or public humiliation. Enter Rick Ross and the $120 million dream. Fast forward to more recent years. Big Meech had served some time and was looking at the next chapter, maybe even a real comeback. That's when Rick Ross stepped in. Ross promised the world a $120 million deal with movies, big projects, the kind of moves that could cement Meech's legacy in Hollywood. Think about it. After all those years, finally, a chance to shine again. There was a clip going around online showing Ross hyping up the deal, talking about films, collaborations, and life-changing opportunities for Meech. Fans were buzzing.
My shoulder broke, but we still getting to the money. We still count paper. This ain't a pump and dump, baby.
So I'm doing this for my loved ones and the support of my friends and family.
Everyone was excited, but here's the kicker. Nothing happened. Weeks turned into months, months turned into years, and suddenly it was clear the $120 million was more fantasy than reality. Ross never delivered. Big Meech was left empty-handed, and the fans, they were outraged on his behalf. Can you even imagine the frustration? You're promised a fortune, hyped up to the public, and then crickets. That's not just disappointment, that's a full-blown scam. And unfortunately for Meech, the drama didn't stop there. 50 Cent sees an opening and strikes. If there's anyone in the game who knows how to roast someone publicly, it's 50 Cent. Known for his savage social media takedowns and no-holds-barred approach to drama, he didn't let Meech's misfortune go unnoticed. Once news broke about the Ross scam, 50 Cent jumped in like a predator sensing weakness. He shared memes, posted videos, and made jokes that highlighted Meech's situation, turning him into a walking punchline. One clip in particular went viral. 50 Cent laughing, overlaying text about the failed $120 million deal, with fans immediately chiming in. The comments section became a battleground of jokes, memes, and side-eye reactions. And it wasn't subtle. 50 Cent wasn't just making fun, he was making a spectacle out of it. Every post, every meme, every viral clip amplified the public perception that Big Meech had fallen from legend to punchline. The response online was explosive. Fans split into two camps, those laughing along with 50 Cent and those feeling sorry for Meech. But whether you laughed or cried, the internet couldn't look away. Social media, as always, was ruthless. And 50 Cent? Well, He was having the time of his life. Meech claps back, the boxing challenge. Now here's where it gets wild. Big Meech didn't just take the jokes lying down. Rumor has it, he wanted to settle the score in the most dramatic way possible. The boxing ring. Yes, you read that right. Meech reportedly challenged 50 Cent to a fight. Imagine the headlines. Big Meech versus 50 Cent, the fight of the century. Fans are already debating who would win. Some think Meech has the fire and resilience. Others believe 50's experience in the spotlight.
Rick Ross knew perfectly damn well what he was doing and what that would lead.
And ability to handle pressure gives him the edge. Either way, the thought alone is enough to keep the hype alive. And let's be honest, this isn't just about fists. It's about pride, reputation, and proving that nobody, not even 50 Cent, can publicly humiliate you without consequences. The fans weigh in. Of course, the audience had their say. Social media blew up with reactions. Hashtags like #Free Big Meech, #50 Cent versus Meech, and #Rick Ross scam were trending. Memes flew faster than tweets, and the clips of 50 Cent mocking Meech were shared endlessly. Fans speculated on every angle. Could a boxing match actually happen? People even debated the $120 million figure, some saying it was a wild exaggeration, others claiming Meech truly had been promised a fortune. But regardless of the numbers, the story struck a nerve. Everyone loves a comeback story, but everyone also loves a little drama when it's messy in public. It's easy to just scroll, laugh, and move on. But if you look closely, there's more to this story than memes and viral clips. There's a lesson about trust, loyalty, and the harsh realities of business, especially when fame and money are involved. Meech trusted Ross. He believed in the promises, in the vision of a grand comeback. And it didn't just fail, it became public entertainment. That's a tough pill to swallow. Where it stands now. At this moment, the story is still evolving. We don't know if Big Meech will ever get justice, if Rick Ross will face accountability, or if the boxing challenge with 50 Cent will ever materialize. But what we do know is this. 50 Cent's trolling has made him a viral sensation yet again. Fans are glued to every clip, post, and update, making this one of the most talked about stories in hip-hop culture this year. Big Meech's saga is a mix of triumph, betrayal, and public embarrassment. It's a cautionary tale about trust, loyalty, and how quickly fortunes can change in the worlds of music, entertainment, and street culture. Rick Ross's alleged $120 million scam shows that even in the glitz and glamour, not everyone plays fair. 50 Cent's relentless mockery reminds us that in the digital age, nobody's failures stay private. And Big Meech's rumored boxing challenge proves that pride and reputation are sometimes worth more than money itself. The story is far from over. Fans are watching, memes are being created, and the drama continues to escalate. Whatever happens next, it's clear one thing. Big Meech, Rick Ross, and 50 Cent have given us a story that will be talked about for years to come. If you want the latest updates on Big Meech, 50 Cent, and the $120 million drama, hit that subscribe button, like, and comment your thoughts below. Who do you think would win if Meech and 50 Cent actually stepped into the ring? Let us know. This story isn't over yet.